North Korea's successful test of a solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile has now changed the rules of engagement. Consider this: the air defense systems that the United States of America has at its disposal at this moment can shoot down a ballistic missile with a reliability of just about 50%. With this being the case, how protected is the United States from North Korea's ballistic missiles? Most conflagrations in the history of warfare have been a direct result of a miscalculation. And a miscalculation in the case of North Korea can lead to devastating consequences. So what is Washington's policy to deal with the growing nuclear arsenal of North Korea? And why is it that America's best efforts in non-proliferation have failed in the context of Pyongyang? Our next report gets you the details. On the 13th of April, there was panic in the skies over Japan. At 7:33 a.m. local time, loud sirens were set off in Japan's northern region of Hokkaido. People were asked to take cover. North Korea had set off yet another missile, but this missile was unlike any other that had been tested by Pyongyang before. The Hwasong-18 is a new solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile that was launched by Pyongyang. And it flew for about 1,000 kilometers before safely landing into the waters to the east of North Korea. A solid-fuel ballistic missile may not be a game changer, but it changes the terms of engagement with Pyongyang. A liquid-fueled intercontinental ballistic missile needs to undergo fueling at the launch site for several hours, giving an adversary nation enough time to detect and neutralize it. But a solid-fueled ICBM can be moved easily to avoid detection and can be launched in a matter of minutes. This has put North Korea in an elite league of nations that have a credible strategic deterrence for both preemptive and retaliatory nuclear strikes.
The test launch was the first launch using solid fuel that North Korea developed last December, and it focused on the first stage. I think North Korea could continue doing test launches in order to make missiles that go up to a 50-kilometer altitude to have a maximum range of 10,000 kilometers.
The United States responded to the North Korean missile test by flying its B-52 bombers, escorted by its F-16 and F-35 fighter jets. To counter the threat of intercontinental ballistic missiles, the United States has built up formidable anti-missile defense systems. The United States has 3 layers of protection to guard itself against North Korean ICBMs. Any missile launched from North Korea that is detected by a satellite can be shot down using ground-based interceptors that are stationed in South Korea. The sea-to-air interceptors from US ships that are stationed in the Pacific. And the final line of defense are the surface-to-air interceptors based in Alaska and California. But here's the catch. In the shooting down of ballistic missile experiments conducted by the United States since 1999, it has been successful in just 50% of the test scenarios. The Pentagon spends a staggering $40 billion to develop and maintain its anti-missile defense systems that have a reliability rate of just 50%. And shooting down a hypersonic missile is going to be a whole different ballgame altogether. For context, the United States does not even have hypersonic missiles. For years, Washington has tried to deal with North Korea with a strategy of sanctions, global isolation, and massive military drills aimed at creating a deterrence. But ever since North Korea tested its nuclear weapon in 2006 and a thermonuclear test in 2017, what is clear is that the policy of non-proliferation has failed in the context of Pyongyang. What have also failed are America's efforts at tying down North Korea's missile program. Donald Trump held 3 glitzy and high-profile summits with Kim Jong-un. But Joe Biden's strategy of crippling sanctions and matching every missile test with furious war games in the neighborhood of the Korean Peninsula is pushing the region to the cusp of an all-out nuclear conflict.